Peace, peace, family. It is Jordan 𝐇𝐞𝐫𝐞'𝐬 here. And let's talk about this awesome looking graphic that you see on your screen. This is the core of the IDefine Academy. And I wanted to just come on here for a little bit, let you all know what the IDefine Academy really is, and give you a sneak peek on what you will be discussing. What you see here are the 8 aspects of what I like to call a conquer-proof core. And a conquer-proof core is very simply you being so attached within yourself that the trials and the tribulations of life don't deter you. You understand that you have the wherewithal, the capabilities, the knowledge to weather the storms of life. You can get over any and every challenge. And I believe that everybody can get to this level. I don't, however, believe that everybody will get to this level, and it is because this requires work. It requires discomfort. It requires you with enough willpower and discipline and desire to want to do and be better. And frankly, I just think a lot of people are too comfortable in their lives and they don't desire to do better, and so they won't. But for those of you that have that inclination, that have that innate drive, this is for you. So let's break this down. It is 2 crosses, more or less. What is the word? Transposed against each other, right? So you see this cross, the up, down, left, right, and then you see this turned 45 degrees. And then we have the diagonals. An 8-point star. The star itself is symbolic of the number 8, 8 points, of course. But what is 8? And you're going to learn things of this nature inside the IDefine Academy. 8 is symbolic of power. It is symbolic of power. It is also infinity, so it feeds itself. It is success. It is work. It's structure too. It's a double 4, as we can see, and 4 is all about stability. Definitely about structure. But it can also be about having freedom of mind, and it's the freedom to choose one's direction, and that is amplified twofold. Twofold. And so this 8-pointed star has 2 aspects to it. It has the primary aspects, and then I like to call the next aspects the secondary aspects. And so clearly the bigger, bolder letters are the primary and the smaller ones are the secondary. But I do want to make this clear that just because it's not as bold does not mean it's not as important. See, I say the primary parts of this: acceptance, adaptation, presence, and function. Those are the first layer of developing yourself. You have to accept, you have to be present, you have to adapt, and you must know your function. Now, within the IDefine Academy, you're going to get a variety of literature that I've put together, and you're going to also get a book list of books that I recommend so that you begin to learn these skills, you learn these traits. See, the academy it's 8 weeks long that you'll be journeying with me if you don't continue after that with me. And I think a lot of people will. But it's an 8 week journey with me, but this is just a catalyst. It's just to start you. This is to give you a more solid foundation so that as you branch out, you have structure to branch out with. I love quotes, and my newest repeating favorite quote is, "Don't fear failure, fear succeeding at things that don't matter." And IDefine Academy is all about helping you get clear on what matters and putting your energy and focus on that which matters. It is teaching you about success and fulfillment in the ways that nobody has taught you. It is teaching you about bandwidth synergy. You can get the a quick crash course on the site over bandwidth synergy. But these things that are, to a degree, very simple are necessary for you to move to the next level in your life. And until somebody teaches you these things, you stay on the first level of learning. And there are 4 levels of learning. I have a video about this on my YouTube or somewhere on my channel here. But the first level is unconscious incompetence. You don't know what you don't know. And for a very long time, we didn't know that we weren't taught the proper procedures, the proper routes, the proper protocols to reach success. And so we've done what everybody has told us to do, but that means we're going to get the same results as everybody else. And if you look around, you will see a society full of unsatisfied and unfulfilled people. And the question I ask you is, do you want to be one of them? And if your answer is no, I don't want to be one of them, then it stands that we cannot take their advice, because you cannot give advice to people on a place that you've never been before because you don't know. And so this is the base level of success. And see, I'm not talking about goals. I'm talking about success. This is living within your life's purpose. This is the pursuit of fulfilling your life's purpose. I don't know what that looks like, so I can't tell you this is success, but this is the roadmap to success, you see? Because the roadmap is written upon your heart and in your DNA, and you have to learn how to decode your DNA, or have somebody like myself read your electromagnetic frequency that's encoded when you were born. See, there are a variety of tools nowadays to grant you knowledge of self, but the thing that's often missing is transforming the knowledge of self into wisdom of self. In other words, learning how to use your proclivities to your advantage. In other words, learning how to use your gifts for your provisions. And since a lot of us are we're in our 20s, 30s, 40s and up, the thing is we've been set in certain ways. We have a certain way of looking at the world. And so we are in the process of unlearning and unschooling and relearning and readapting, which is a process on its own. The beauty of this, though, is because when we finish this process and we get back to the state of healed functionality, we can raise a society and be the examples and the models of people who live within their functionality. And therefore, the next generations or our children won't have to grow up behind the starting line. They can start at the starting line or above because they will have the luxury of healed parents, mentors, coaches. See, anybody that's watching you right now, who's looking at you on your journey, yes, I'm glad that you're on your journey and we are all doing the best that we can. But if we are not healed, we have a responsibility to those under our care and those who are looking to us to be at the apex of our game. And that does not mean be perfect in the way that the society says, but it does mean give a perfect effort. And the only way you can give a perfect effort is by not only accepting knowledge when it comes your way, but applying the knowledge when it comes your way. It is being rooted in your core and not being able to be shifted off of it. And that is a process, yet another process that we have to overcome. See, what I'm doing, it's a modern renaissance of purpose finding, but it's slightly different because I'm not just going to tell you where to look. I'm journeying with you. It is a collaborative effort. As the saying goes, the teacher and the taught make the teaching. So we're on a journey together. I'm just the lamp holder. I'm not telling you where to step. I'm showing you your options. I'm giving you the opportunity to make your own decisions and then reflect on it immediately so that we can know which steps to take going forward instead of going all the way down and then realizing that there's a dead end. So let's check out the 8 components of the IDefine circle. And if you want to learn more, you're interested in the course, in the class, starts March 20th. It is an 8-week course. It does cost some money, family. So if you aren't willing to, invest into your legacy, invest into your family's future, invest into your own well-being, get this free nugget and do what you're gonna do. But for those who are serious about healing the bloodline and not carrying on trauma and not wasting time and actually living a life of the fulfillment for as long as they can, you want to apply. And so these 8 weeks will be going over each part of the circle in a in this flow. It'll be acceptance and then presence and then adaptation and then function and then empathy, understanding and then sustainability, then development, growth, and then decision making. And then we'll be done with the course, but you won't be done with your journey. And I trust that you won't be done with me because there is a level 2 to this course. I just want to put it out there because this is the foundational level. And you will find, if you're not already there, that once you begin to really work on yourself and you develop yourself, you want to help people not make the same mistakes you did. And so you become a business owner because what is a business? A business solves problems. You get to pick the problems you solve. And so we're going to go an in-depth course into not only creating a business, but creating an aligned business for the things that you want to do and the services that you want to provide and how to do that in the most aligned and morally comfortable way. Let's get it started on here though. So we have acceptance here, and acceptance is pretty straightforward. It is acknowledging what has happened while not allowing that to determine how you will move forward. Now, that is a bit of a conundrum, right? Because we make decisions based on the past because that's data. The idea behind acceptance is not allowing the data to make decisions unconsciously, but instead we make conscious decisions by recognizing the inherent fear in our subconscious mind of repeating certain painful experiences. That is acceptance, so that we can move forward in a clear and concise manner. Then we have presence, which will only come from accepting things, because presence is being in this now moment wholeheartedly all the way. Then we have adaptation, which is paying attention to the environment around you and consciously enacting your survival instincts, which is the law of self-preservation. See, many people are not consciously doing this, they are doing it unaware, and that's why we call them sleep, because they will blend in and lose themselves, not realizing that they've lost themselves. Then the last part is function, and it is simply, what are you here for? What is your life's purpose? Why were you made? And if you don't figure out your function fast, and I won't say fast, but if you don't take the intentional effort into discovering your function, what's going to happen is you're going to succeed at a lot of things but be unfulfilled, and you won't know why. You might start and stop, you might quit a whole bunch, or you might have this lingering feeling in your gut that there's more to life. And until you begin to explore those feelings, you might find yourself always stuck, confused, and afraid of going outside the box. Then we go into empathy and understanding. And after we do that primary work, now we have an understanding of who and what we are, and it allows us to better relate with the world around us and feel the plights and the emotions of others. And then we go into sustainability, where we not only do what we must, but we are able to do so in a way that produces longevity. And then we have development and growth, which is our not only propensity to grow, but our conscious decision to do so. It is the honoring of the law of vibration. Everything is in motion. And it's a matter of which motion are you heading towards. Are you going downward into death, or are you going upwards into growth and ascension? And the last one is decision making. And this is, I like to call it the creme de la creme, and it is a ending, but it's also a beginning, because you must learn how to make decisions, and not only make decisions, but make aligned decisions. In doing so, this is not on the slide, but that means you have to have a vision. Otherwise, you may make decisions that are good for right now and horrible for tomorrow. And so you must cultivate a vision, which we'll be doing in the academy. We have a variety of exercises that we will be doing. It will be a eye-opening, life-changing, paradigm-shifting experience you do not want to miss. But those are the 8 components of the IDefine Conquer Proof Core. If you'd like to enroll in the academy, if you'd like to learn more, you can get the first lesson, Bandwidth Synergy. It is on the site right now. Go through it, check it out, and when you're ready to apply, you're going to fill out a simple application, and then we're going to see if we're a good fit for each other. And at that point, we'll go and get you enrolled, we'll get you signed up. It's a very simple process, but I only take a few people because I know the information that I have, and I also know how much I give. And I'm not in the business, and I don't have the patience to pour into cups that are not receptive to receiving the fill up. So this is not for you if you are going to come with your cup full. This is not for you if you think you already know it all. This is not for you if you came here to dilly-dally. This is not for you if you don't have time to commit to your growth. This is not for you if you have fear that you're not willing to face and work towards. You have to work towards your fear. Yes, you look fear in the eye and you walk in that direction. And if that's not you, no need to apply. But I do want to let you know, if that is you, you won't grow in life. You might be comfortable, but you won't grow, and you won't be satisfied, and you won't be fulfilled. If these are not you, though, if you're somebody who likes a challenge, who likes to grow, who has a deep desire to see what they're really made of, who they really are, I encourage you to join. If you're a community builder, if you're a coach, if you're an energy worker, I encourage you to join. This is going to give you a better understanding of yourself and who you want to be around. You will also be able to better guide those under your care. This is a course for leaders or leaders in training or aspiring leaders. You're always a leader, no matter if you're aware of it or not. Why? Because you are responsible first and foremost of leading yourself. So if you're still watching this, that means you are somewhat aware, at least somewhat, and you are ready to take control of your life. And if you are, go to brothercoasty.com, book your discovery call. Let's see if you are a good fit for the academy. And let's grow, family. March 20th is when we start. We're going to get the ball rolling. And I want you to be prepared. To change your life. I promise you that you will not be the same after this course. In fact, 24 hours into the course, you will know much more about yourself than you most likely have ever had in your life. With that being said, family, my name is Brother 𝐘𝐨𝐮𝐫. You can call me Jordan 𝐘𝐨𝐿, Brother K, Brother 𝐘𝐨, whichever one suits your fancy. I look forward to talking to some of you soon. Peace, family.